Barbershop with Q.
Oh, okay.
John, the Magnificent.
I'm with that.
I was just trying to amp it up, you know.
Okay. Grind me, thirsty, bout it, you heard me. Grind me, thirsty, bout it, you heard me. Grind me, thirsty, bout it, you heard me.
Live at the Barbershop.
Here we go.
Welcome back. It's Friday. What up? Q is no longer. Nah, Q is not in the building. I just got to, you got to give him that scare tactic. You know, like when he at work and they say, hey, I got to talk to you in the office. Me? Yeah. And it'd be it'd be on a Friday too. And the day after you work the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Q had to go take care of something, so he won't be with us tonight. So it's just me and AP in the building. Shout out to my man Nyad. What up? Vacation time for you. It's all love. It's all good. The rest of us, I shouldn't even say that because Black IT just came back from a wild out session out in Vegas and everything. So I think me and AP probably the only one that's still working and non-stop.
Wait. I've been busting my.
But you got a vacation.
Don't I?
I'm just saying, but you got a vacation. Rest of us ain't get a vacation. I ain't vacating a whole year and a half. Not your fault. Understandable. Get it.
I put my PTO in.
Got it. I didn't. So
I do recall a time that you took a vacay.
Nah, I don't even call that a vacay. That was a small cruise. That didn't.
Hey, it's a vacay.
I went right to the Bahamas. That ain't no cruise. That ain't no.
That's a vacay.
That's not a vacay. That was a test out. That's what I did.
Test out.
To see what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They told me, yo, you got to go on a cruise. I said, all right, I'm going to go with y'all. They said, what was it, 3 days or something like that? That's not a cruise. Cruise is 7 days, 7 days. That's cruise. You go on island hopping. You go into Belize, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. That's cruise. I went to the Bahamas and the Key West, man. I could drive the Key West.
I can't do it. Too long.
Am I serious?
Yo,
What, the cruise you mean? Or the drive?
Yeah.
By the time
Listen, I went on my honeymoon, right, on a cruise. Little did I know at the time, I didn't know I had MS.
Yeah.
So I had vertigo on 1,000. I didn't know what the hell was going on with me or anything at all, right? So I wasn't in a festive mood at all. Because
and that's honeymoon too.
And it's honeymoon and everything was like kind of messed up for me. So now they told me that there's a Dramamine or something that you need to take in order to not go through any of that stuff. But man, that was 5 days.
Like seasickness or something like that. Ocean.
Man, I didn't know what it was. I just didn't say nothing. I just was trying to bear it all and just, boy.
One thing I will say, don't get sick on no island. I'll tell you that much. I learned the hard way on that one. Same thing. It might have been my honeymoon too, right? Oh, I don't even call it that. Call it bird moon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I was on bird moon and I don't know what happened. Like one of them, is it the Wisdom? The one that's way in the back, whatever it was. Yo, I guess something, but my whole face swole up, right? And I tried to get a dentist, right? All I'm calling everywhere on the island. We was in Nassau. And yo, I got one dentist, right? Out of all the phone calls I made, I got one. And the dude said to me, I said, yo, it's an emergency. My whole face swole up. The dude said, damn, sounds bad. Yeah, I can't do nothing for you right now. I'm at my kid's birthday party, so the dude said, yo, maybe after the party, if it finished early enough, I'll call you back. But if not, it'll probably be tomorrow or maybe Monday or something like that. I'm like, yo, this dude can't be serious. I just told this dude my whole face swole up, and this dude gonna tell me, yo, maybe. I said, yo, you know what I had to do? I had to eventually just talk to the cruise line, and whichever other boat that came in, they put me on that, and that's how I got out of there. Because otherwise, I probably would be here. My face swole. I got the photo too. It's swole like how I had cotton all in my mouth and shit. So,
Looking like Kanye West.
yeah, matter of fact, yeah, looking like Yeezy. But yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's me and my man AP, and I got my man Black IT in the building. Shout out to everybody else. What up, what up, what up? Live in the flesh, fresh to death. Live at the barbershop. In all honesty, I'll be honest with you. This week has been a crazy week for everybody. So today is just really just a chop it up situation. It's not gonna be too long, too hot-winded or anything. It ain't too much of a deep conversation. We just touching on a lot of things that was going on in social media for the past week. It's been an interesting week. Been a very interesting week. Last week we touched on talking about going back into the Alcatraz situation out there in San Francisco, which would spark a little bit of that. Tragically, we heard the passing of Theo Huxtable, originally known as Malcolm Jamal Warner. So shout out and prayers to his family. Very good dude. So sad to hear that situation happen. And again, this is another reminder that life is so short and precious. I seen the last video that he made, and it was so touching that a good person like that, something like this would happen. Not saying that can't happen to anyone, but that's just another reminder that, yo, you just don't know how it's going to end. You started one way, it ends a different way. So that's what I'm saying. Just try and live loving with everyone that's around you and just show your appreciation. Next on the bat, go ahead.
Yeah, he was here recently. Jones did a poetry event with him.
Mhm.
That was in North Miami. So, you know, that's another time that I regret,
Not going.
you know, not going
Yeah.
because I had tickets.
Mhm.
I had good tickets, and there was 3 times he performed 3 shows, and I
You
didn't
didn't go to
go
none of them. Yeah.
to none of them. And the thing that I had said in my mind was, it's no problem because he's gonna have him back next year.
Yeah.
So I'll see him next year,
Next year,
you know. But
just never know.
you just never know, man.
Just never know.
Just never know.
So we'll touch on that also. And you had another thing, AP, you said you wanted to discuss.
I wanted to discuss one of the people that I really wasn't sad about passing away, which was Hulk Hogan.
Oh, he passed
Yeah.
away?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
word? Okay, now it makes sense.
I was going.
Oh, the Ozzy I heard about. But I
Ozzy-
no mean to cut you. And now it makes sense. I seen my man, shout out to Ellis1, but DJ Ellis1 had posted that he's super happy that he met him, I guess a couple years ago or whatever, and he had the opportunity to take a photo with him and talk to him and all this stuff here. And I was just looking at it like, oh, he's still around? You know what I mean? And like, you know, but now it makes sense. Now, okay, it makes sense now. Okay. But go ahead, AP.
Yeah, and you know, just talking about, you know, sometimes you have heroes and you really don't know what they're all about until you either do some real investigation to figure out who these supposed heroes are. Because a lot of your same heroes, you'd be real disappointed once you meet them.
All right.
A lot, you know, and you know that firsthand too, boy. A lot of these people you expect to like, oh man, these people are realer than real, and then when you meet them, oh man, fugazi, disappointment. You just like you.
Hulk Hogan messing with your internet over there. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I was cutting in and out.
A little bit, yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah.
So what happened? What took place?
With who?
Hogan, because you said you're not disappointed.
I'm not disappointed because, you know, 15 years ago, he was caught saying some stuff, you know, when his daughter was dating somebody that I know both of us know with the Stacks.
Yeah.
And he basically said this. I mean, he got caught saying this. I mean, I'd rather it if she was going to F some
Mm.
nigga. I'd rather have her marry a 8 foot tall N-word
Mm.
worth $100 million like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist. Effing nigger. Now, this is Hulk Hogan talking about his daughter's black boyfriend. But I don't think he really understood that the little boy was actually a multimillionaire.
Right.
Those that don't know, his dad was the person that
Created.
created the foam that go on the space shuttle.
For NASA, yeah.
Everything that's white on the space shuttle, well, everything that's outside the space shuttle was his dad, and he still owns it to this day. It's still it's still in the family. Put it that way.
Cecil, ain't it?
Cecil,
Yeah.
Cecil Barker,
Yeah. Shout out to
And-
Cecil.
and he started a
Afro
record
Man.
label. So yeah, old school.
Yeah.
And Cecil is the first person to actually put in real money into po' boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you saw Jackie O
Yeah.
and all these cats, Rick Ross and Briscoe and
And for all that don't know, when you was partying on South Beach at a famous club called Sobe
Sobe,
Live,
that was
Cecil.
Cecil's club,
Right.
right? So just him saying that, but then about 3 years ago,
Mhm.
you know, he came out with the drink that he
Yeah,
had was like the
Lizard, yeah.
energy drink.
Yeah.
And he was hiring promo girls, and he had this promo girl that was going out, which he liked. She was pretty, but then he found out that she was just a light-skinned black girl.
Mhm.
And when he found out, he fired her before she could even finish her shift, which was in Broward, to my understanding. I think it was Bo Campers or one of those places. Bo Campers is closed now. And then what does he do? He ends up going on the tour, which a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people knew. For Trump, he went on the tour in a lot of these rural white places, championing for Trump and being one of his biggest surrogates, you know, at the RNC convention, pushing him and all this stuff. So around the same time that he had his come up in his career, he was low key a big racist piece of
It's like you know how I go when you got those ones that say, well, he's not because he's not really black. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because the dollars and cents. You know when they say Jordan, they have a few of them like Shaq, Jordan. You know those ones. They get excluded because, because they have the funds, enough funds that it'll wipe away that portion just for that little time period. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't really surprise me. You know what I'm saying? And again, the funny thing about it, like you mentioned, you can say whatever you want to say, but remember now, that same dude, whether you knew the wealth factor of where Cecil or his son was, remember they signed your daughter at one point.
Exactly.
So you got to be out your mind to even think that, they're beneath. You understand what I'm saying? So
because they had more money than him.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? That's the funny part about it. So, hey, AP, give me 1 minute. We're gonna we got a technical difficulty going on. We're gonna shoot off and come right back. Hold up. Oh, AP, keep talking. Keep talking.
All right. But also this week you had Chuck Mangione.
Oh, not Chuck Mangione.
Everybody knows that song.
Yes.
Feels so good.
Feels so good.
Yeah, everybody
The breakdown
knows that
for
song.
Hypnotized.
exactly.
Bram, bram,
Bro-
bram. Boom, boom,
Exactly.
boom, boom. I got
Um,
2 of those albums, baby.
he passed away.
Oh,
Ozzy Osbourne, and it's kind
man.
of crazy with Ozzy Osbourne because he passed away after dissing Trump and actually closing out the last concert that
That's
he would
true.
ever do last week in England. So, he kind of went out the way that he wanted to, except
Right.
for a lot of people may not know, him and his wife made a pact that if they knew his dementia was going really bad, they had this place, this clinic in Sweden, I think it's Sweden, that they would go there and they would do the Dr. Kevorkian
Oh, okay.
and leave together. But he ended up passing in his sleep. Little known fact, people didn't know that he has MS, multiple sclerosis. And just like his son has multiple sclerosis, and his daughter also has multiple sclerosis. So that's been another. So you had those 4 people in 1 week that touched people many different ways. But one of the most significant to me was the loss of Malcolm Jamal Warner. For many of us, he is, like a relative.
Right.
Because we came up seeing him from young on arguably one of the best family shows that you can't even find on TV now, which is crazy to me because you can still see all of Harvey Weinstein movies everywhere.
So I'm gonna ask everyone real quick, what episode is the one that stood out the most? I'm gonna ask everybody out there, also AP, yourself, Black IT, whoever else was out there. I know mine, but go ahead. Nayad, what up? What up? And Nayad, come in and let me know which one the most memorable one for you with Malcolm Jamal Warner. But go ahead, AP.
I sent IT the picture of it because it's a tie for me. It's the one with the
I know which one you're
shirt.
gonna say. Yep, yeah.
The shirt, and I know the name Guy. What was it, Gaillard?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I think it was
something Gaillard.
They could sew it.
Yeah, that and the one where they sang that old.
Oh yeah,
blues song.
Bud and
yeah, baby.
Rudy and Bud.
Yeah. Those that's a tie for me with those 2 right there.
So I'm gonna tell you something why the shirt stood out. So
is a shirt for you too?
The shirt was always the number one for me with that one. Because back then in the 80s and everything, I don't know, this gotta be them older heads. But back then, I don't know if you know that the whole designer thing, the spark that had everyone at the time, Kotler jeans was like the new factor, right? So Lee's was something, it was there, but then for another generation, like Lee's was more in the Run DMC, them dudes age. Then the Kotler jeans popped off, right? So Kotler came out and they had this the suspenders. So now, from All for the Cosby Show, they didn't wear it on top, they dropped it to the side. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So when that happened, it sparked a whole new thing. I was in junior high school then, right? So everybody, and then what happened, one of my schoolmates from school, he got casted on the Cosby Show. So he played a character where he was a date for, what was the middle girl name? Not Denise. Denise the older one. Rudy's the little one. What was the middle one name?
Starts with a B, right?
Oh man.
Vanessa?
Vanessa. There you go. He went out on a date with Vanessa. That was my homeboy and shit from junior high school. But he didn't tell anyone that, because he himself said, so what happened was he got casted, he went, did it. got on the show, but it was a one-time situation. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? He didn't know when they were gonna air it. You see what I'm saying? So it just aired. So everybody, back then, you knew what time Cosby was gonna be on. If you was on the street, your ass is on the street by 7:58. You're in the house, 8 o'clock. Cosby's on. It's a done deal. So we're sitting there now, and I think Cosby, if I remember, came either on a Thursday or Wednesday or something like that.
Thursday
You
night.
know what I'm saying? So the next day in school, the whole school buzzing. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Let's say it was Michael or something like that, right? Real cool dude. Huh? Real cool dude. But yo, homeroom came in, right? And everybody buzzing. Yo, you saw Mike last night? I seen Mike on the Cosby Show there. Why he didn't tell nobody? All the girls now, who said it before? I wasn't cute before, but now all the girls want me. That type of scenario. Oh, boy. Mike came in the homeroom. Yo, the whole homeroom exploded. Yo, what up? We seeing you on Cosby Show. Everybody running and tapping on him, hugging on him and everything. Yo, cloud nine. Because it's like, yo, we knew somebody that we seen on television, on the highest rated show at the time. So that one stood out for me. And again, the reason why the shirt stood out is because that same homeboy, I guess he, maybe from being on set or something or whatever, he started wearing stuff similar, right? Then the episode came out. And now everybody was like, yo, that's the same type of shirt. And then when Theo couldn't get it and one arm was shorter and Denise didn't know how to sew it correct, everybody now, all right, I'm going to tell you how it sparked it. If everyone could remember Boys in the Hood, the same shirt that Cuba Gooding Jr. had on, that's the same situation. That's to tell you how it sparked a whole revolution after that. That's the same thing. That sparked from the Cosby Show. That's the same style, the same everything. Because if you could remember how it was two-toned. Then you had Pocket was a dark thing, had that goldish situation to it. It was the same.
Vincent Gartrell. Gartrell. I think that's the name.
And because it was an expensive item, she's saying she could do the same thing for way less. And remember, he had an event to go to. It. I think he was going to something, and it's like, yo, it was a done deal. But yeah, memorable, man, memorable. I think the thing that I like about him was he was humble. I never really heard any drama throughout majority of his career. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
You just hear little things like he's dating this one, he's dating that one. He broke up with this one, he broke up with that one. But respectfully, I've never seen him, come outside his face talking to anyone different or acting like he's better than somebody or anything of that nature. He
had hands. He had hands too. Right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Word.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know he had a podcast. The podcast, Not Only Hood or something like that. Yeah, I think it's not only.
He used to hang out with Native Tongues.
Oh, word. Okay.
For like, they were in New York and stuff like that. And little known fact, people really did not know that 100% of the cats are Native Tongues.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know. Q-Tip had hands too.
Yeah, and in their backpacks,
they
had them things in the backpack too.
I know that. I know that. I know.
So it's crazy, man. But yeah, man. Rest in peace and rest in power to do that. For a childhood star, he never had drug problems.
None. Clean all the way through.
Never had any arrestings and like clean all the way through, man. And
so here's something that I didn't know. I saw it afterwards, and I'm hoping that I'm recognizing the young lady correctly. But so remember the girl that played Urkel's girlfriend?
Yeah,
I didn't know he used to date her, and then she passed away. So he was with her all the way through. That, and I commend that. You know what I'm saying? Commend that.
Word.
Tracy Ellis Ross. He was with Regina King too. Yeah.
Regina King.
That's my girl right there.
Uh,
Love Regina.
there was a couple of yeah.
Don't get her mad. She gonna sound like Boondocks.
Huh, huh. That's crazy. Yo,
I knew it was her from day one when I saw Boondocks, but yeah, go ahead.
we talked about this last week.
Mm,
Remember when we were talking about the merger for
yeah,
Paramount and
yeah.
stuff, right? It's crazy that before the merger went through, they signed Trey and Stone to a $1.5 billion contract for South Park.
Yeah, yeah,
You hear
yeah.
me? $1.5 billion for the streaming rights only.
Nah,
Okay.
we gonna
And
get.
then they go ahead and drop the first episode.
What?
But
Yesterday.
About Trump, I believe it was right.
the same day that the episode is dropped is the same day that the deal for the buyout goes through with Skydance for
Uh-huh.
16 billion. And they kill Trump throughout the whole
Heard.
bit.
I heard.
I
I heard
mean,
about it.
Now he wants to sue.
You want to sue
Nah.
them too?
he wants to, but I mean, you can't sue for parody. You can't. You could try, and you can't reverse the stuff now because that's going to look extremely petty and it's illegal. But that hasn't stopped him from doing a bunch of illegal stuff that he's done so far. But man, so much so that I know what killed him. They got one scene, man, that he's walking through the desert,
Yeah,
and it's so hot that he starts taking off his clothes. Right?
he start burning.
He starts burning, and then he falls on his back. But then they have a little microscopic penis that pops up and starts talking.
Yo, they killing him.
Oh, they killed him,
They
bro.
killing
They
him.
killed
Hey,
him.
listen, I gotta go look for that one. Cause yo,
Yeah.
I still to this day do not understand what it is that these people are seeing that we are not seeing. Because I'm like,
With South
I was
Park on.
listening to a lot of them in Congress and stuff with this whole Epstein thing, and they having these discussions in Parliament and all these different on whether they want to go forward with the files and impeachment and this and that, and everyone is like, oh, they still shouting out Obama all day. What yo? The man is not even in office anymore. Been out of office for a minute. Why are you still calling this man's name out?
Because it's further for it's like you know, when you put blood in deep sea, it entices sharks that
Right.
are 100 to 200 feet away. They can pinpoint the smell and go right to it, right? So to distract everyone off of Epstein and all this other stuff, right? The easiest thing for his base to do, because his base started turning on him, the easiest thing for him to do is say, Obama had something to do with covering it up. But Obama wasn't even in office when he was arrested.
Right.
He was arrested by Trump's attorney general.
Mhm.
He died under Trump's watch, right? Obama was freaking 8 years out of that. But once again,
Yeah.
anything that happens, didn't you see him bring up Obama was treacherous and hiding? Everything that he's guilty of, he blames
Crazy.
on other people, right? So he blamed Obama for hiding stuff on him and everything. But Obama is one of the one people that is guaranteed that everybody knows wasn't on any flight log, never had a relationship with old boy Epstein.
Right.
And the
Never
person
doodled. Never doodled.
under the person under Obama who was in charge of the investigation that found nothing was who? Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
On the stuff that Trump was blaming him, which was the Russia hoax.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's easy to blame the black cat whenever there's anything. Same thing that happened with Emmett Till. What happened? The girl just screamed rape, because it's easy to say that instead of saying, "Oh no, I was speaking to a black boy,"
Mhm.
or he didn't do anything but just whistle to me. He didn't
Yeah.
rape her.
Remember now,
You
she
know,
finally told the truth when she's on her dying bed. You know what I'm
dying
saying?
bed, and
So,
they still wouldn't charge her. They
yeah.
still didn't charge her, man.
But this is the thing that we're seeing now. This is again, this is history repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? Obama lives rent free in his head. Yeah, facts.
So,
Fortunately, these distractions ain't gonna work this time. You're factual right there.
so you saw the latest one.
Well,
He reversed.
oh, Maxwell.
He reversed one of Obama's laws. About the 18 wheelers. I guess they had Obama put in a law that 18 wheelers have to go.
Yeah, off road. Yeah.
About 65. He reversed that.
So you want to go fast?
No, 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 but here you got to remember, he can't reverse laws.
He can
He
just
can
say
write
whatever.
he can
Right.
write executive orders, right? And people will believe that those things go through. But more than half of the executive orders that he has written have not gone through because you cannot change a law. But for his base, once they
They
see that
don't.
executive order, they
Yeah.
think that that's in stone.
They gun ho on it automatic.
Yeah, they it's like they get the happiness from it. Like, oh, you see, he was right on his promise. But there's still birthright citizenship. You still can't take out Americans out of this place just because you don't like them. There's still an emoluments clause. There's still taxation, which is the tax of Trump, which is supposed to expire next year. So all through Biden's, that was the Trump tax plan, right? So all these things that are laws, in essence, cannot be changed. And all that needs to happen is somebody just sues and goes to the right bank, right court, and they're halted. That's why TPS for Haitians, like he was trying to just say, no, it's done in August. No,
Right.
it's all going all the way till February of next year.
Yeah, this
You
is this. I don't even understand the science with everything because you will catch it. Listen, the other day, man, who was it? It's an older gentleman. I guess he's part of the financial department heads or something. So Trump is just throwing out numbers.
Jerome Powell.
Oh, we did
Jerome
well.
Powell.
We got 252 billion trillion million. And the dude's looking at him like, what?
You're a liar.
200 trillion billion. Let me see that paper. He's like, yo. And the man's like, oh, nah, you bugging. Like, you putting commas where you wanted to go. And you know, and the dude's like, and he's looking at the dude, no, you ain't even gotta look at it. This is what I told you. No. This is an old building that, you know, and I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, and you see him? He's still gung-ho that he's telling the truth right now. It's like, yo, I'm telling you, when he passed away, somebody need to just take that brain out and have them study it. Because, yo, this dude's on a whole nother level when it comes to just being an habitual liar, just a narco, and everything else in between. Like, I don't even understand why people are even still paying this dude attention at the end of the day. For
That's
him,
because they want that to be the truth. You got to remember, man, there's no way, even when I look at it, there's no way that you want me to believe that this cat got the amount of votes that he got, right? But once again, the amount of votes that separated the winner and the loser are 1.7 million votes. He won by 1.7 million votes. That's not a mandate. That's not a landslide like they try to say. No, 1.7 million votes. That's it, man. Right? So the small base that he has was the thing that finally was, like we talked about last week, was turning against him. Finally, right? So you ask why bring up Obama? Because the easiest thing to do is bring up Obama so that they could stop talking about Epstein and what's happening. The same way that all of a sudden, the same attorney general that was going around talking about this and that, she has a cornea that she can't speak now. A cornea is in your eye, ladies and gentlemen. You cover that up, you can still speak. You can still go to events, right? You know, like, so, but once again, when you are in a situation, bruh, and we're all Caribbean men here, right?
Yeah.
How hard is it for Caribbean men to admit when they're wrong? Okay, so then
No, a
add
bunch of
this.
them.
How hard is it for a class of people that feel like they're higher and bigger than anyone else to admit that they've been suckered for 9 years?
Yeah.
For 9 years, the same people that are saying we are for the blue, we're for the police, but you don't care about 2 of your police officers getting killed by these people, or you don't care about the 1,600 people that got a pardon, you know, and even those pardon people, you know why a lot of these ICE people are not are wearing masks? Because more than 50% of those people signed up to work in ICE.
Right.
You know
They're
what
not even.
you know what the requirements for ICE was to get those positions? You don't even need to graduate from high school.
Yeah.
You get a $30,000 signing bonus between $30,000 and $40,000, and they're making upwards of $300,000. Those ICE agents. So when you ask, yo, why are these people out here doing what they're doing, carrying on how they're carrying on? They're making more than people that went to college.
Right.
They're
So let me
like,
ask now, how the budget work for all that there? Because see, this is the thing where I'm
that-
trying to tell
All
people.
those budget cuts.
This is the thing where I'm
No.
trying to explain to people that it's just common sense. It's
you see
math
that budget.
never lies.
You
Okay,
see the budget
numbers
that was
don't
just
lie.
passed.
I
the
didn't
budget
get
that-
a chance to check it.
No, the big beautiful bill.
Oh, that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
In the big beautiful bill, they put aside 400 and something billion dollars. Billion.
I swear
not
they just
million.
be calling these numbers out. I swear they just calling numbers out. Because
400
what I need to
something billion.
find out at the end of the day, look, I'm no economist,
Mhm.
but I am not riding on the yellow bus at the same time. So let's do the math real quick. You get rid of, you're getting rid of Social Security. You're trying to get rid of IRS. You're trying to, most government jobs, you got rid of FEMA, right? To save the budget, to do all these extra things that you need to do. Mind you, keep in mind, we're just going to take this one, like they say, stick a pin. We're going to put it over here. You owe China, you're in debt, okay? You still owe them money.
16 trillion.
So don't forget that now, okay? And now you're paying out money to a bunch of randoms to go run around and get people, wrangle up people and put them in places, displace family and do all this stuff, right? You're paying them out big bucks. And at the same time, the farmers are losing, okay? That's causing us to pay more at the grocery store and different things of that nature. So tell me how you balancing this out. Because to me, it's like the
doesn't
whole shit
balance
don't
out.
make no sense.
It's
Okay?
not going to make sense to you or anybody logical, because 1 + 1 is to make 2. But for what they're doing, it was all for that purpose, right? America is like this. America has a black American Express card. A black American Express card is no limit, and you can charge anything on it. You can buy a house with a black.
Once you pay for it.
As long as you pay for it, right? Or you have a promise to pay for it.
The American Express
Right.
don't play anyway, but
No, they don't play. But the thing is
tell you that
this:
point blank.
if you have money that's always there,
Mhm.
you have access to be able to do what you need to do.
So you're telling me I messed up? We had an opportunity. We was using LL's black card, and all we bought was pizza and Chinese food.
Yeah. Y'all messed up, because I
What's the
remember
Audi dealer.
the Lighty brothers taught me something,
Word.
bro.
I'm telling
They
you,
like Dave Lighty.
Dave and Mike,
Dave Lighty
Dave, Mike, and
was
Chris.
working at Jive. He had left.
Yeah.
Def Jam was at Jive doing NR. That's when we got over there, Dirtbag and Cool and Dre. And he was still using his American Express card from Def Jam to stay at the Mandarin Oriental every time he came to Miami, and for every other expense.
Shout
Still,
out to Dave.
right? And I'm not saying anything that he hasn't admitted to
Right.
online before, but He was like, yo, what you need to do is get one of these A&R positions in one of these corporate things. They're gonna give you an expense budget and a card and blah, blah, blah. Man, and if you get good with the business affairs people, that card will never get turned off. And that's what it is. When people are saying, well, why are these people following behind Trump? It's because none of them politicians, Republican politicians, had to go out and campaign in their areas to pay for their seats.
Stuff, man.
They got money out of the money that was raised in the RNC for MAGA to pay out to everybody.
Right.
That's how you get the allegiance from these individuals, right? But when it's not people getting paid directly, they have no reason to
support or do it. Yeah.
to support and fall in line to all this stuff. But once again, when you get your base start flipping on you, your base starts flipping on you. Then you get the Republicans that really don't like you any which way. They start flipping on you too. Listen, they shut down the whole Congress.
Yeah, I heard.
This week. They sent everybody home until September. That's not, they're still supposed to be in session, bro.
Yeah.
They're still supposed to be in session. They sent them all home just so they would not get any call for votes.
The cover up, yeah. Trying to cover up things.
Just so you wouldn't get any call for votes. And then you have the old school Republicans that voted not to do that and to stay, but they ignored them.
Listen, that's why I said, regardless of what everybody knows, yo, the Democrats, they soft. Republicans, they gangsters. That's yo.
No, don't say that, man. It's not soft because the Democrats don't have the numbers. There's nothing that they could do. There's nothing that they
understandable
could do.
How the politic half of it go, right? But again, you see most of the representatives for the Democrats, yo, you want to be politically correct. You want to this, you want to that. Yo, listen, at the end of the day, mano y mano, this dude saying whatever, buck off at one time and just try it. Buck off then. Everybody, yo, and then tell me now, once I buck off, don't say nothing because he bucked off also. So at the end of the day, if he could buck off, we bucking off too. But they don't do that.
Nah, Jasmine Crockett does it.
She does.
AOC does it.
I like her.
AOC does it. The speaker,
what's the name?
The dude from New York.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
about. Jamaican dude.
His name is. Oh, he's Jamaican?
He's Jamaican.
What's his name?
He's Jamaican.
Kind of almost like he almost albino a little bit. I know who you're talking about.
No, not Booker.
No, not Cory Booker, not him.
Cory Booker's fighting.
Booker Jersey, I know. Not
Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries. Him. I know he's Jamaican. Yeah,
Jamaican. One of his parents is Jamaican.
That's why he kind of looked like the Jamaican prime minister. I was looking at him like, like somebody.
Just like the mayor of or is it the governor of Maryland? Is it Maryland or one of them? He's Jamaican also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The one that pardoned all the people in Maryland for marijuana.
Oh, okay.
Or
I heard about that, but I didn't know.
Non-violent marijuana.
Right.
He's Jamaican as well.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But you still got a couple of them that are doing it, but once again, they're not going to get any shine at all because all that stuff is being suppressed.
Right.
And you don't have the numbers, so it doesn't really matter at all. You got to remember, Trump can't spend money. The president can't spend money at all. So all the stuff that he does in his executive orders, again, when it has anything to do with money, that can't happen unless the Congress, which is run by the Republicans, go ahead and do it. And inside that big, beautiful bill, they added all these things that we're talking about in the back end of it, right? Because understand, there's one thing or one place in the government where there's so much money that you can touch and put in different places, and that's Social Security. Because that's not something that they're giving away. That's what Americans have been paying in for over 60 years. For over 60 years, that's money that's sitting there. So, but they'll say it like, oh no, we're giving money away. It's the same way that they're saying, oh man, these immigrants are coming here and they're getting money. Like they were saying, all these immigrants were going to New York and they were getting paid money. It's illegal for immigrants to get anything. They can't get insurance. They can't get food stamps. They can't get checks. They can't get Social Security. One thing that they did do was contribute $80 billion for the past 15 years. $80 billion from immigrants. And these are illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants. Okay. $80 billion. So now you're not getting that $80 billion that you were getting before. So you have to find other places to cut. And when you find out you can't cut in so many places, you know, that's what happens. You know, 300,000 Black women this year have lost their job. 300,000.
Still talking this tariff thing too, talking about how he's trying to shut down China. Listen,
man, we got 2 weeks, 2 weeks to see if he doesn't push it back again. 2 weeks. It's
tell you
August 4th.
Well, and here's the thing with that puzzles my mind. Like Basil, right? Because I know you got to be the first one on deck shaking in your boots when you're hearing stupid stuff like this. Because if you think Amazon's going to survive once China is not sending anything else, and you got the whole United States having PTS syndrome because they haven't seen an Amazon truck in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do you, baby? Because eBay probably be the only one, but eBay know they the same thing. The only problem is eBay take longer. But yo, who else you gonna do it? Craigslist? They ain't around no more.
Yo, Nayad, how are terrorists killing you right now?
His equipment. His equipment.
That makes sense because
you see what I'm saying? I know people that said they ordered stuff, right? Certain specialty items, and it got turned back at the wharf. Up what they say up here, port up here. My bad.
He said wharf.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, tomato. You know what I mean? But here at the port, they rather in China at the port, when they told them how much it's gonna cost, and that person who's shipping it is like, what? They write back, sorry, my friend, send more money or no send, you know, something like that. But people are sitting here saying, yo, what's up? They trying to find other alternatives or ones that are already in the States. Meaning that it's the same China product, but just like how TikTok or what's the other one called? The little
Snapchat.
The little buying shit where Temu and all that stuff. They have these warehouses here where they store the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't have to get on the one from China or something, but it's the same product. So at the end of the day, people are looking and say, all right, let me just get it from here because I don't want when they get to the port, they turn it back but eventually the ones here are gonna run out.
you heard what they announced today, Dollar Tree, that they moved up the price point of their
again $1.50 now.
No, $7.
I'm sorry, what?
$7.
$7 for what?
For their highest price point of an item.
Say they about to go out of business.
$7. No,
you know what's gonna happen? Ain't nobody gonna be down that aisle.
No, but that means everything that was $3 and $5 is
now $7.
So
that means $1.25 now is gonna buck to $1.75 now. Watch, because I remember where was I? I think I was in California, San Francisco, or something like that. And I remember going in there, and it was when they first transitioned from $1 to $1.25, right? And I guess they didn't announce it to anyone, right? So
What's this?
So I remember going in there, and a couple of ladies was in front of me, and they was at the register, right? I was still in the aisle or whatnot, and they went there, and they was like, and then they said at the end like 10 something, right? And the lady's like, 10 something? What the fuck? I only got 4 or 5 things in here. What are you talking about? You got this whole shit wrong. And then like, oh no, ma'am, I'm sorry. Everything is that $1.20. The lady was like, what? How y'all gonna change this shit? You don't tell nobody this shit. They going off, and other people look at it. Yo, it's only a quarter. But to
No,
some
man.
people, a quarter, a quarter, a quarter. That's $1. A quarter,
That's
a
$1.
quarter. You know what I'm saying? So it adds up real quick. You go there with $5 in your pocket, like, all right, I need bleach, I need Comet, I need a glove, I need a mop. All right, we good. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 items plus tax. You got a $5 bill. You give it that, you good. Put it. 7 something. You're like, what? Oh shit! I ain't bringing $2 with me, yo. It turns into that immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you want a fixed income. If you want a
Exactly.
fixed income, boy, you were. I sat here and listened to like yesterday. I follow like school board meetings and Miami-Dade commission meetings and Miami Gardens commission meeting, council meetings. And yesterday for Miami Gardens, there was like 6 or 8 of these older people I felt sorry for that were like, listen, it's summertime and I'm getting multiple tickets for $100 driving through these school zones. They got these cameras that automatically are charging people because
they still think it's school time.
They still think it's school time.
Yeah.
And these council people were like, we have nothing to do with this. Blah 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 blah. Man, look at here, man. It is something because there was some bickering and it was said that one of the council members was like, just pay for it. But it's not like that for people that are retired on fixed income and they're watching everything go up except for their income. Right. So their food has gone up, the gas has gone up, lights has gone up, rent or mortgage or home insurance has gone up 25%.
Yes.
Like, come on, man. The average increase in home insurance is minimum 20 to 25%.
Yeah.
That's life changing for a lot of people.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
So it's either you're losing your house or you have to leave the house or you got roommates.
Like California around here.
Or it's kind of crazy, man. And thanks to opportunity zones, that's why we got 150,000 people plus moving here, making our traffic look like Atlanta.
Trust me,
it's crazy. It's crazy with this traffic, man. I've never seen traffic like this.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's the thing with it. That's the sad part about it. That I remember, earlier in the 90s, 80s and the 90s, it was love.
Sweet.
Yeah, we didn't have, as many. I went downtown by Brickell. Sooner or later, it's not, them people living in them buildings are gonna be like vampires. They ain't gonna have no sunlight because every other building is blocking every other building.
Blocking the sun.
Like, I was at a site the other night working. When you called me, right?
Yeah.
Asked this dude, we doing work for him and whatnot. And how high is this building gonna be? Dude's like, I think this one here probably gonna be about 90 something. Like, what? 90 something. He's like, yeah, we already at I think we already maybe at almost 50 or something. I'm like, what? Like some of them are 64, 68, 78. Like, where y'all go? I said to him, let me ask you are these condos or apartments? He said condos. Most of them are condos. I'm like, so you telling me how many units? One dude told me his building has 600 and something units in it. I'm like, 600 something units on Brickell. How much are these renting out for? And I know he didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, a 1-bedroom, maybe about 2,000. No, hell no. Can't be no 2,000. You bugging. Hell no.
Way.
You can't even get a $2,000 joint and popping on the gutter. You talking about,
No way.
No. On the water? Are you looking out on the water? Nah.
5+ easy.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. I said, my man, can't do. This got to be at the most crackhead price. Got to be 3,000. Okay.
You ain't getting no 3,000 in no. And listen, man, I know exactly what the area you talking about.
Right on the river. Right on the river, right there by 7th.
Right.
Okay,
Right there, going up. Nah,
that's
they
why I
hitting
told
people over
like,
the head.
and they're the developers. And I said to him, I said, "Yo, you made that building over there?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how much some units was going for?" He's like, let me see. Maybe it couldn't be. I don't know, 2,000 for one bed." I said, "Yo, you tripping? Stop. You don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Nah, it can't be no more." I said, "Listen, you obviously don't live around here. You must live further up north." He's like, "Yeah, I'm up in West Park." I got to be, because homie, you don't know nothing of what you're saying. Right now, every one of these people that we're looking at is looking out their balcony on the riverfront right now. Okay?
Yep.
That's prime real estate right there in itself. Okay? So I don't know
And
what you're talking about.
efficiency in Miami Gardens right now is about $2,000.
Facts.
Right next door to me, the person that was there, somebody else bought it. They put, now it's 7 rooms in that house, right? 7, and they enlarged the backside where there's a separate entrance for there. That alone, in that back part, is more than 2,000.
Right now, people are renting out RVs
Yes, in
at
the backyard,
minimum for $1,200. Minimum.
easy.
Okay.
And they're about to get shut down in Miami Gardens for that.
Oh yeah,
big time.
Hialeah too.
Oh man, you should see
Surprises going
these black people in the council meetings talking about, yes, these people moving in, and they doing all types of stuff. They got RVs in the back. The RVs don't even have a
sanitary.
It's not hooked up to the sewer line. So what's happening is they dropping that broom right in the yard, bro.
Yeah. Well, they
right
bugging
in the yard.
Cause all right, so over here in Miramar, damn, did I give it away? So I know I'm not trying to snitch on nobody out there up in Miramar, but up in Miramar, a lot of them, they have the RVs. Because when I drive around up there, I see a lot of them that have the RVs in the back of the vehicles and whatnot, in the backyard, I mean. But what I do notice when I look through the fence, they have it connected to that sanitary line, the clean out, basically. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they attach it to the clean out, and then from there now it goes straight into the sewer line. You know what I'm saying? So, see what I'm saying? That's way down there. See, we just looked up one here. So here it goes. Look, right on the riverside, right? The minimum 1 bedroom, $3,000. Okay, 2 bedroom, $4,000. Okay, so. And the other day I was in Opelika,
but that's
right?
crazy. 3,000.
I was in Opelika on 22nd, and you know that there's a new building they built right there on 22nd, right by 135th, right? And
I know what you're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about, right? And if you look on the banner, it says 5 bedrooms. I'm like, 5 bedrooms, an apartment, 5 bedroom. I'm curious to call in and be like, yo, how much is that? Because I ain't even never seen.
You're talking about, I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? Yes,
that's
sir.
Right where you
right
make the
there.
right. It's right next to the
across
warehouse.
from the junkyard, basically.
Okay,
right.
You know how much that is?
Yeah,
that's $37.95
for the 5.
$37.95. No, for the
1 bedroom.
For the 2 bedroom, it's $37.95. Now, when you pass the warehouses and you keep going down and you see those old apartments that are gray painted, you know how much those are?
How much?
$2,700 for the 1 bedroom.
Are they bugging? That's the kid. I'm going down on the river.
If you go look it up, it says spacious homes in centralized in a great place near the bay and all that stuff. That's the place that they're talking about.
Are they tripping?
Right there.
Not after what I just saw. Listen, you said 37 right there, right? Opelika. And I got 39 right here on the riverfront. Yo, you bugging. Listen, I come out, I get a different scenery, right? You come out Opelika, what you see? Junkyard across the street. You got the train coming down the train track on the other side or whatnot. I come out on the riverside, I see shorties in spandex, walking their dog. Hey, for $200 more, I'll be on the riverfront. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. Go spend the money right. $200 more. You get yourself a roommate or whatever, split that down the middle. You better than ever right now. Then you been living at the cafe all day.
But understand this: the developer was probably telling you 2,000 because every one of these buildings is 25% affordable housing in all these locations. It's damn near law, but they're not really following it like they should because pork and beans projects, brand new.
Over there, nice though.
It's brand new and everything, but it's supposed to be 75% affordable housing and 25% professional, executive, whatever. But of course, you know what they do. All those people they made all those people go to down South Homestead and all the way up to Riviera. And right now, they haven't even told them that those places are done.
Yeah.
They can't come back.
Nah. I was just on the site the other day. It was the same thing. Now I'm talking to the residents that live there, right? And they all gung-ho. Yeah, about time these places was leaking, they got mold, they got this, everything, right? And the lady's like, yeah, they told me once they get everything ready, we good to go and we can go in there. And I was like, yeah, you think so? She's like, yeah. I said, well, let me burst your bubble for a little bit. Do the math with me. So now, how much you think it take for them to make? Because look, they put a damn near Olympic-sized pool over there in the whole 9 yards. We talking down in the area where like Cayocho and all that is, right? Yeah. So, and the lady's like, yeah, nah. Once this is done, everything's gonna be good. And I'm saying to her, you know, I'm like, yo, they told you that every one of y'all are gonna be able to come in. She's like, yeah, we should be, but some of them ain't gonna go. And then I said, yeah, some of them ain't gonna go, not because they don't want to go, because they ain't gonna let you in. Like, shorty, look. It's a simple situation. First of all, whatever you was paying for here, trust me, that newbie, you ain't getting it for that. So
not at all.
You understand. Look, start making a second plan because it ain't gonna pan out the way you thinking right now. They allowing you to see it across the fence while they're developing it. You rubbing your hands and like, yo. But if you still taking the same mentality that you had here, reason being, and the only reason why I'm saying that is that, again, you try and tell people that, look, these people are not going to do anything for you if you ain't even doing nothing for yourself. That's where it first starts. So if you as a community are not going to band together and say, even if my landlord is a slum lord, right? I think I called you. I might have. If not, it was Hamilton. Yeah, it was Hamilton. Me and Hamilton, because I was out there. And yo, I'll show you the photo. Yo, gutter. But yo, Mercedes. One dude had a brand new Corvette up in that piece, right? Jaguars, BMW trucks, Mercedes trucks, Land Rovers. This is what I'm seeing all up in the parking lots, right? And I ain't talking some old shit on jack stands. Nah, they drive.
New.
They drive.
New.
Cause the kid that had the Corvette, I was just jokingly saying, me and my man was there. I said, yo, who put money on it? It's some white dude, some businessman that came out here trying to get a little something for lunch or something. Cause yo, what is this doing here? And it was like, I said, did anybody see who came out of it? Nobody saw it. I said, all right, well, anybody see, let me know. Everybody walk off and everything. All of a sudden, one of my men said, yo. So he tried to get my attention, but I didn't hear that at the time. Finally, he came, yo, I was calling you, man. I said, yo, what up? He said, yo, I see who went in there. I said, who? He said, it was a young kid that been standing out here by us the whole time. I said, who? You talking about young boy right here? He's like, yeah. Like, nah, you bugging. It can't be him. Yo, trust. It was him. And I should have known. You know what it is? Young boy was sizing us up. See, at first when we got there, I already know, yo, AP, you know the deal. We know the look, the street look when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Right? So now they try to size up to figure out if you alphabet boys. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking at them. I'm doing my thing. I already know. So I'm laughing. So one of them came close to me, right? So my man is like, yo, keep an eye on your equipment. I said, you ain't got to worry about that. They ain't worried about that shit. Well, they trying to figure out if you really who you say you are, if you 5-0. So he's like, yo, how you know? I said, listen, trust me. from up top, we know the hand-to-hand movement, so we know what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing. Them dudes ain't bothering you, man. They just want to see if you really gonna be out here, or if you gonna be pausing out, or you just got something sitting here and ain't even really turned on. That's how they trying to evaluate it. But young boy, how you stupid, doggy. One, if you really do live in here and you anted up enough bread to go get that, you a retard. Because that's like putting the cart before the horse, dummy. Like if where I lay my head is more important than what I'm driving right now. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So at the end of the day, if you anted up whatever, 80,000 or what, I know you ain't pay for it outright, but at the end of the day, whatever payments you making on it, and you living in a squalor right now, because the place is falling apart. And majority, I would say 70 or 80% of the thing is abandoned. The few people that are still living there are just barely getting by in there. Because I know you got rodents. I know you definitely got roaches and mold, and because a lot of them kept complaining to me about all these things. Like, I'm the landlord. I'm like, shorty, I'm just here doing work. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the wrong one. But because I took the time out to really sit down and talk to them and explain to them, the few of you guys that are in here is power still. There's news stations, there's newspapers, there's social media. That's your power. You sitting here just, I said to them, y'all still paying rent? Yeah. You bugging. Why? Like, why would you pay rent still? That's the thing what I'm saying. You got to educate yourself. You pay rent for what? I'm not paying no rent. Come fix what you need to fix. That's how it works. They can't just boot you. That still take time. And if they want to say that, go to court. There's ways. But you guys just stay there. Now you looking for the yellow brick road across the street. Can you say that's what they building? Dorothy ain't inviting you in. Toto, she took off. Scarecrow ain't got no heart. it keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whoever, the lion, whoever it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's not happening. It's just not happening. What happened? Oh, Scarecrow? Whoever ain't have Mike. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get a chance to touch on Alcatraz, but I know, right now. Yeah, I know. But AP, what you want to do? Real quick.
Hey,
we can't.
Real quick.
I was gonna
say,
you heard about I sent it out to AP. There's a small town in Arkansas. Ozark.
Word, a real Ozark.
Yeah.
But there is an Ozark. There is a real Ozark. There is. There's one in Canada. There's similar, not because actually where they film Ozark is in Canada.
This one's different.
Are they doing the same thing? Or they not doing the same thing like Ozark?
Not at all. Go ahead. Let them know.
Go ahead. Just spill the beans.
They doing it like a. Well, no, I can't even say it like that. But they in the town by themselves, saying that it's only them.
Oh, that. Oh, those special Nazi type people you talking about?
Yeah.
That when they're building everything from scratch, from the wood, the land, they call it like our land back or some garbage like that. Return the land. Yeah, I heard about them. I mean, hey, but look, we speak about it. You know what? Since you touched that, my bad. I'll do Alcatraz next week. But since you touched that, it is very important. And I speak about this all the time. There was a black lady that came on. It might be different than the one that you saw, but she spoke about the same thing and said, but she said it in the sense that she's scared because she lives in the area. Yeah. And she's scared of what it may become because of all this. The thing with it, again, is that they are prepared. Reason being, check it. I saw the footage. There's young kids, there's women, there's men. They're chopping down trees. They're building, they're shaving, they're doing. See, our people, oh no, hell no, I can't get my nails done. I'll go in the water, I'm not getting my head, my wig, this dude don't know how to do that. Oh nah, I ain't scuffing up my Jordans. I'm not my Yeezys. And see, they're focused. That's the difference. They're focused. They training the little one how to go out in the wild and shoot, bring back this. This is how we're gonna eat. So if now prices get out the roof, we ain't gotta worry about nothing. We going hunt.
Self-sufficient.
We're done. We're good. If we got to take a shower, we don't need to worry about the city water and all these. Got streams. You know what I'm saying? If we got to worry about light, hey, if we got to get a solar panel, or we just don't do without it, and then we just chill in the day, and then at night, it is what it is. We just rub the sticks and get the fire going. Whatever. They're self-sufficient. They are ready. They're focused. For us, we're TikToking. And no matter how much time you say it, they'll laugh and then they go about it again. So even when you're giving them the blueprint, like they say, you want to hide anything from us? Put it in the book. Same thing. You want to hide anything? Turn on TikTok. Turn on this, turn on that. Just have them, what was it, twerk and do all these. The people like us that say this, we're the mad ones. Yo, what's up with this old dude? What's up with that? What's up? Oh, you bugging. This, that.
Oh, you bugging. You just hating.
You hating. You just, but dog,
they got some new sayings.
take a look at it. Oh, Cap and all these other different.
They got some new sayings now. Like,
but see that, regardless of what it is, at the end of the day, everything is right in front of you. Right now, the gentrification is out the roof. Everywhere. You're not. Yo, you subject to it at this point. I work in all these neighborhoods. I'm telling you, from St. Louis to Detroit to Ohio to Chicago, every one of these spots, San Francisco, LA, all these spots, nobody is not immune to this system. It's gonna go down. LA's even worse. They talking about smart city, okay? So you talking a whole nother level on that one there. The distraction, it is. Because these people are just not understanding. How can I sit here in the hood and look across the street and see pork and beans? Let's take that for instance. You know, pork and beans is like stamped. 48 hours and all these shows. Did they go into these areas strictly for that? If it wasn't for pork and beans in a lot of these, they would have no show. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, how can you sit here and see all these little things going on and you not sit back and say, you know what, hold up. That just happened 2 blocks down. That was 5 blocks.
Yeah.
They're coming this way.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, hold up. We got to do something. So tell you what, hold up. Where the neighborhood dope boys at? Yo, pile in. Let's get together. Yo, how much bread you got? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this. I got that.
As you say that, man, during the pandemic, what I was doing, I was going to 27th Avenue and 199th, right on the corner, right next to the Rolex. They had a bunch of food trucks and stuff.
I remember. Right.
So I was going out there right next to my
119,
barbecue
119,
spot.
not
119.
Yeah.
119. And I was doing financial.
My bad. You blew my mind because I already had it in my head like 199. Then you said Rolex. I'm like, what?
Yeah, 119.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I was doing financial workshops with the strippers.
Yeah.
And the street cats. Right. To try to get them to actually start investing their money. And a lot of cats that were getting their PPP stuff and to invest it to start buying up the block.
Property or something, right? Nah, they ain't with it.
Property, invest in at the time some stocks or some options or something where their money would appreciate instead of them. A bunch of them were going out and buying those Camaros and
ain't with it.
And I kept telling them, listen, once you drive off the lot, that car depreciates at least 20-25%, right? And it doesn't go up unless it's a freaking car that holds value. Yeah. And you're not gonna go get any of those cars, so you're wasting your money,
and you're not even
wasting your time. And
so listen, and you did that at what year? What year did you do that?
This was 2020, 2021.
All right. So you did it in 2020, 2021. I did it in 1990. When did No Nan come out? about 95, 96 or something like that. Like, yeah, about 98, right? 98 or something like that. Okay. So I did it about 97 because yeah, it had to been Pac died when? 96, right? 96. 96. I did it in 96. I came down here for How Can I Be Down, right? And true story. I'm in Publix. Nah, matter of fact, nah. It was earlier than that. My bad. Because it's when I started coming down to visit. So I'm gonna say like 94 or something like that, right? I'm in Publix one day and I seen the dude that bagged the groceries, right? Bagger. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful, but you know, and it's a grown man. And I wasn't used to the system down here because in New York, you know, like it's all young kids that do that. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting behind a lady, and she and the cashier and the dude's talking. And then the dude walks out. I wasn't used to that either because they don't walk out with you, you know. So I'm like, where's this dude going? So while they were sitting there, the dude was explaining he just bought his house. It was like, oh, congratulations. He's like, yeah, it's my first house. And I'm sitting there like, what? This dude that bag groceries? What the hell going on here? Because, you know, I came down, back then, houses was going for 80,000, you know, 60,000. So I'm like, yo, dude bought a house or what? Or for bagging groceries? So I said, yo, nah, I can't be. So I cashed out and then I was walking out and he was walking back in. And I said to him, I said, yo, I stopped him. I said, yo, I don't mean to, you know, I wasn't like trying to listen into your conversation, but I heard you say you just bought a house. He said, yeah. I said, what do you do here? He said, what you mean? I said, yo, you a manager? He's like, nah. Assistant manager? Nah. You in a deli? Nah. Meat? No. What do you do? He's like, bag grocery. I'm like, hell no. I know you ain't telling me you bought a house off a bag of groceries. He's like, yeah, I just bought my house. I'm like, what the? I said, all right, man. I ain't drive out that parking lot fast enough, boy. Boy, I drove up to New York at like 1,000 miles an hour, right? Drove straight up to New York. Go to my man and them on the block. Now they got the funds. They got the funds. I don't even have to ask.
I remember this story.
Okay? They got the funds. I go to every one of them. We in the basement. I go in, so a whole team of heads out there, right? Females, everybody in there. I go in there, I say, yo, my man, let me talk to you. What up? I say, yo, listen, homie. And mind you, they was in South Florida for an event, maybe about 6 months prior to that or so, right? These dudes bought out the store. I remember when I sent them to the dude called me as soon as they walked out and thanked me like, yo, dog, good luck, man. My commission is crazy right now. I'm like, what? How much they bought? He's like, yo, my man, I should have just locked the store down just for them. I'm like, damn, how much shit they bought? Yo, I swear, each one of them came back they came, I seen them, every one of them had one bag each. I'm like, what? What the hell he talking about? Yo, but each item was probably about 1,000, 15. And we talking in the 90s. We ain't talking now. In the 90s back then, that was a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? These dudes bought a hat for like $500-$600. I'm like, yo, what the? That's what I'm talking about, squandering, right? So I go to every one of them. I'm like, yo, I just came back from Florida. Word. Yo, I'm going to need like 30. They're like, 30 what? 30 stacks. 30 stacks for what? I'm saying, yo, my man, I'm going to buy like 3 condos, right? Get 3 condos for like 10 grand each. I'm going to oversee it, which means I'm going to be the one going down to check up on things. I'll deal with all of that. So you just give me my cut on that as a property manager. But this is your retirement plan. You see what I'm saying? Because I know you don't think you're going to do this forever, right? So, they all looked at me and was like, yo, you bugging. Hell, fuck, I ain't putting no money in that bullshit. I'm like, what? I'm like, my man, come on. You make that money in like a week. That's throwaway at the end of the day. One dude on a low scale was bringing in, on a low scale, I'm talking like if you didn't even go to work type of low scale, meaning that homie did not even hit the block, can walk off with 10 grand a week. Low scale. So imagine with the high scale when you putting in overtime. You see what I'm saying? a week, not a month, a week. So if on a low scale on a week and you going for a month, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, every one of them turned me down, said no.
Yeah.
Every one of them. And then when I looked and I was walking out, I looked in one of the homies' closet. Yo, he had so much clothes, he didn't even bother to hang it up. Because he didn't have enough space. So he just would throw them on the floor, right? In the closet. Yo, Coogi sweaters, Coogi hats, whatever the jeans was at that time or whatever, you know, all the expensive shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit on the floor. And who's sitting on this shit? The dog. Okay? And I'm looking at this while I'm walking out. I'm saying to myself, yo, damn. I cannot even, but I thought they would have been like gung-ho, like, yo, say no more. Going underneath to the shoebox. Just take the whole shoebox. Or get 5 of them shits. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Not one of them gave me $1. You know when I'm seeing all of them now when I went back to New York? You know what they saying? Damn,
we should have done
it. Ahead of the game, boy. I remember when you told me that shit. You know why? Because they all doing 9 to 5s now. You know why? They damn near on their last strike. So you know 3 strike laws in New York. They on their second one. They ain't trying to roll out this time.
Yeah.
So everybody got to go do a 9 to 5. And they ain't had nothing saved up because the majority of their money went to lawyer, bill, all this other shit. Cars that they bought, they had cars that was customized that no longer is worth shit. You know, everybody had the Acura Legend with the kid on it and all this shit. Now they can't get $5 for it. That was the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the system.
That was in Mr.
I always said I would, if I could run into Big Daddy Kane. Because me and his younger brother used to play ball, Lil Shane. And yo, Kane had the wickedest 300 Benz with the kid on it. Had the little spoiler shit, the little slots in the side doors and all this shit. And he had what back then it used to be called a gooseneck EQ that used to bend. So the EQ used to bend. He used to have it sitting next to you and shit. Yo, Kane had the wickedest system. But I know that car right now couldn't even get $1 for it right now. You know what I'm saying? And back then, that car with all the kit and everything probably was about $300,000 or something like that, right? Couldn't get $1 for it right now. So this is why you try to tell them that, yo, it doesn't make sense to really pour money into stuff like that, like you said, that depreciate. You understand? It's not like you had a 1957 Chevy Bel Air or a Corvette or a Stingray or, you know, things of that nature where you know this on the auction block is going to get me back this. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, yeah. But them type of things, nah. So invest the money back in your community and it'll come back to you because all the displacement and different things, it could have been prevented. Because if they came in the neighborhood and they see that these properties are kept up, these are the tactics that they do. They love to see that these neighborhoods are like that. They keep it in distress for a reason, that the value stay where it's at.
Yep.
Detroit, beautiful homes, 3 levels.
Cheap.
Every one of them, gutted. Even a church. I was surprised to see church gutted, empty.
Nobody's not going.
People are stealing everything out of them. Pipes, anything copper, done. St. Louis, they stealing manhole covers. Your car driving, if you're not paying attention, your whole front end is out. And the city's not even doing nothing about it. I'm driving through the streets of St. Louis. Yo, I almost fell in a manhole, walking, not paying attention. Okay? And it wasn't for the fact my phone rang and I started talking to the person and then I turned back to walk and I realized, oh my, what the hell? And somebody was like, yo, what's up with the manhole cover? They said, yo, yeah, they stealing it. And the scrap yards are buying it. Tell me how that worked. And then the city's not even replacing it. I saw city workers said, yeah, they ain't got the budget to replace them. So what happens if somebody drop in there and they sue y'all? Good luck. It's crazy, man. Yo, this beautiful world of ours, man. You get a beautiful big bill. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So, yo, AP, man, thank you for joining us tonight, man. Yo, I don't know, man. It looks very sad, man. It looks very sad. The next, what we got now? 3.5 or something like that?
I was showing AP. Oh, actually, AP sent me something.
Yeah.
With your boy Derek.
Derek. What's Derek?
What's his name?
Oh, that Derek. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
you know how he's there, basically like teaching
Yeah.
kids.
Arming himself. Yeah.
I said I don't see no problem with it.
Nah, ain't no problem with that.
They out there doing it.
Ain't no problem with that. I know what he's all about, and I understand what he's doing. So I don't have no problem with Derek. What he doing?
Oh,
You know
yo,
what I'm saying?
one thing before, yo, you remember that song
Yeah.
Cash Out?
Yeah.
You know he got life.
Word.
He got
Who
life.
sang the song again?
I'm cashing out. His name is Cash Out.
Cash Out.
Oh.
And his mom's.
I'm passing out. Yeah. What he want for what? What he do?
Rico.
The Rico
conspiracy,
show.
Oh man.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Again, keep putting the bullets in, boy. Why? Don't know. I'm trying to tell them, like, yo, if you seen it happen to that one, why am I going down the same block? I'm good. I'm good.
Because you think you smarter. That's why.
You not. You not. Because they listen, it's for the mere fact that they they planned this. How you gonna, they created the blueprint. You understand me? It's not something the Rico and all. Listen, a lot of people still think this is just an Italian thing. Yes, you look at it that way because that's who they was honing in on at that time. But it's structured in a way where it flies gonna come into that web regardless.
Yep. If
So
you're
it's
making
not
money
just an
and it's not
Italian
getting
thing.
taxed,
That's
coming. They coming.
So it's what it is, man. Like I said, I stay in my house, man. I'm good. So what up?
I was watching. I know we about to end, but I was watching this documentary, and I'm just like,
Which documentary?
They was talking about like the gangs around in
Miami or something?
not Miami,
This area. Down here in Miami.
Yeah, down
Okay.
here in Miami.
Okay.
And I was just like, damn. I drove past this area.
See, now here's the thing with it. I'll be honest with you. Now here's the thing with it. I'm not all right. So
I drive past this area.
I'm not gonna say that you don't have these things in different areas and stuff like that. But I guess and AP, you can attest to this. Meaning that I know Miami had their little situations. Of course, Opelika, Browns, all these different areas. Of course, down in Ghouls but honestly, when you in the jungle, you don't see the lion. You just know that, he a lion. You don't see it the same way. Those people that are not from our neighborhood or don't understand the science to it, they don't get it. So now, for instance, if you a dude that really don't gang bang or do anything of that nature, but you know a couple of heads here and there, you know when shit's gonna get busy. And you know if a dude come and say certain things to you, now I'm good. Or I'm about to bounce. Or you know when to move. You know what I'm saying? So for us, we'll sit down at a spot in the park and by the way, somebody creeping in, a car driving slow, this happening, you start looking, you say to somebody, yo, seen that? This, that. So like, all right, yo, I'm gonna bounce out. Let me do.
Just like the scene of
We don't see the same way. You talking about when Nas was at the barbershop, but we don't see it the same way. But you know it. You know when they walk in with that huffing and puffing and they, everybody tucking something under their shirt or whatever. But we don't see it the same way. So somebody can say, yo, this neighborhood's bad. But when you sitting in it, you hearing the gunshots clapping and everything, but it's like regular day.
Yeah.
When I was in Hollis.
You know the crazy thing about it is now in certain parts of that neighborhood, like that whole little gang scene,
You get immune to it.
They're out. They're gone.
No, but I'm just saying you get immune to a lot of this stuff. Because again,
to it, but half of them are gone, either in jail or dead.
now AP, I don't know about, but I know for us in Jamaica, which is the same thing in Haiti, same thing. But for us, we're used to seeing tanks coming down the street, right? But I had a bird with me, and the bird never seen a tank before, right? So when the tank is coming up the street, we're sitting out on what we call a veranda, which is noted as a porch here. We call it carport and all these things. Right? So it's a porch, right? So I'm hearing them, you know the sound. That's the sound of the tank. You know what I'm saying? So I know the sound. So I'm drinking my lemonade. I'm walking around, and the floor started to vibrate as it's coming closer. She's like, what the hell is that? So I'm like, oh, it's probably a tank coming up the block. So she's like, a what? I said, a tank. She said, what you mean a tank? I said, probably one of the army tanks coming up. She's like, what the hell you mean army tank? Yo. Then the whole nozzle of the tank started coming, right? And she's seeing the top piece coming first, and then all of a sudden the whole tank appears. And she's like, what the hell? And she took off running, right? So I'm still sitting there. I'm laughing. She's like, yo, she ran straight to the back of the house, way in the back in the yard. I'm like, what are you doing? What the hell? What are they doing? What are they about to blow up there? I'm like, they ain't blowing up nothing. They just passing through. She's like, what the hell is that? Why is the tank on the street? And I'm like, yo, and I forgot. I'm like, this bird ain't used to it. I forgot. You know? So it's like situations like that for us. Yo, you know, sometimes you sit right there, dudes is clapping right in front of you. You look like, you go on the phone like, bow, bow, bow. You're like, oh, hold up. Oh yeah, like I was saying, you know, because it's like, it's just a regular day. So we don't see it the same. Yo, AP, you know, we've been around, you know, you've been around people that been on these TV shows, Gangsters this and 48 Hours that and all these things. And to you, oh, that's my man. Your man ain't that dude that they talk about when he's around you. We don't see it the same ways. So when they say,
I see people like all these things on Zopound, right? From Magazo and all the rest of them, and then I look at it, I'm like, wait, so these the people that we introduced to Wyclef and were around. But I grew up around
them.
A lot of these dudes because my parents' shopping center was right down the street from the White House. Mm-hmm. So I used to see these cats all the time. Right?
All the time.
And it was nothing ever, you know, crazy. It's just like people will say, oh man, listen, never go to Miami Gardens because you'll never be able to get out.
But we don't see it the same way.
Are you crazy?
I don't see that. Yo, homie, when I first came down, I was in Pork and Beans, right? Late night. My man and them. And I remember one day, I said to something, I said, yo, where the Pork and Beans at? That time when I asked him, it was the daytime though. I said, where the Pork and Beans at? People talking about this Pork and Beans. And everybody started laughing. They said, yo, what you talking about? I said, where's it at? It's like, you standing in it. I'm like, oh, this Pork and Beans? They said, yeah. I said, yo, so why they say this shit is wild out here? They said, yo, I don't know. I said, yo, they say, yo, they be bucking all day in Pork and Beans. I said, dog, I'm out here with y'all every day out here, day and night. I don't be getting nothing like that. They's like, yo. I said, so why they call it that? They used to tell me, oh, they was handing out, you know, back in the day, the government assistance food, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm like, I'm not saying that it can't get that way. And again, maybe because I was with heads that are from there, I understand that. Just like in the project, same thing. But again, when you're in the jungle, you just don't see it. That's just how it is.
Yep.
Saying that's how it is. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, man. Stay out the jungle if you don't belong in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in the city. Shout out to Q, Blacks, Sassy, Madness, Jess, who else? T, Aaliyah, Nisha, the whole squad, Norris, everybody that's usually here that helps support the whole movement. Of course, my man Nyad. Of course, Gil. Who else? Who am I forgetting? Anybody? Said Blacks, right? Republican, yeah. Shout out Gil. Shout out AP. It's a whole squad right there, if I remember right. So shout out to everybody, man. And everybody we know they going back school's about to be back in session. So for all the parents out there, man, get your mentals in state because it's back hard.
Yo,
right now.
I swear,
So
like this summer,
summer ran quick.
Damn.
But again, you can find us on all the platforms, man. Live at the Barbershop every Friday night, 9 p.m. Join us every Friday night. Be there, be square, man. Thank you very much. Be safe and have a great weekend. God bless. Hold up. What up?
All right, everybody, we be at.
You got what?
I had to get everything. Man.
Oh, all right. Well,
you hear Russian like.
all right. Do you, man? Do you?
All right, man. We be back
Next week, man. Holla. Hopefully, he'll be back.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Go out in the world and be somebody.